What's going on, Garage Gang? Matt from GarageMC here, guys. In today's video, let's check out this quad that I just bought. Yeah, I bought another quad yesterday. Really couldn't turn it down. Wasn't planning on buying another quad, you know, although I'm always on the lookout. Really couldn't turn this deal down. This thing is mint, guys. Wait till you see how mint this one is. But let's talk about why I bought this, what I paid for it, and what my plans are for it. I'm not going to fix it, not going to spend a dime on it. We're going to make this one pay for all the other upgrades that we're doing to other quads. This way we're not coming out of pocket for shit. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so yeah, not a fan of these. This is a LTZ 400. Not sure of the exact year. It's got no paperwork. I got a bill of sale with it. Other guy didn't even know the year. They're all the same over the few years that they were made in the early 2000s. The Suzuki LTZ 400 and Kawasaki KFX 400 are the identical same quad. Other than the colors of plastics that you get with them and the stickers that come on it, same quad. Engines interchangeable, frames interchangeable, A-arm shocks, wire harnesses, all the same shit, man. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys get a good look at this, and then, like usual, I'm going to power wash it before I pull it in the garage, because, you know, it's just a lot easier when you pull shit apart when it's nice and clean, even though, you know, obviously, you know, what are you going to do with this other than part it out? You know what I mean? But let me power wash it, and then we'll pick back up. Problem that's with this quad is it still runs, but the lower part of the case, and if I could find the part, I didn't even look at it, guys. I got this thing so stupid cheap. I didn't even question them. I just gave them the money and took it. See if I can find where the case is broken. But like I said, it still runs, still shifts through the gears. OEM carburetor still on it. Stock exhaust, so it looks anyway. It's got the usual. All of these always broke here on the overflow tank for the rad. Every single one of them breaks right there. They get brittle and just crack. Even on the KFX I had. So yeah, still runs, still goes through the gears, but like I said, you put oil in it, it just falls right back out of the quad. So yeah, let me power wash this thing, and then we'll you know, we'll do the usual. We'll look at this thing and we'll make fun of it and talk shit, and then we'll jump on the internet and see what type of values that we can get for any of the parts that are still good on this quad. I'm pretty sure the cylinder head alone will put me in the profit, give me my money back plus some, just from that one part. But yeah, and I'll tell you guys what I paid for this at the end of the video. So let me power wash it, and let's crack some jokes. All right guys, so I got this thing soaking down. It's like the third time I've soaked it down. So let's talk about this quad and why did I get it so cheap, which I'm going to tell you what I paid for it. Don't worry, not on here to hide nothing from you or make money off you. You know, if you want to buy parts on eBay, the price is the price. It is what it is. So this quad is a theft recovery. So this bike was recovered. Then it was auctioned off to the person that I got it from. I found where the left case, the left inner case, is broken. It's broken around where the shift shaft goes into the engine, and I'll give you guys a good look at it here in a second. But you know, this is the type of shit here in New Jersey. I don't know if it came from this state, wherever it was originally stolen from before it was recovered, but you know, that's usually what happens, man. People go out of state, they steal people's stuff, and then they take it home and they spray paint the ever-loving shit out of everything on the quad. They beat the bricks off of it, and then it ends up with somebody like me after, you know, it has no value other than parts, which is all this quad is, guys. It just is what it is. Make sure you guys keep your shit locked up, man. You know, especially here in New Jersey. If you live on the East Coast, man, it's pretty prevalent. You know, we got Philadelphia and we got New York right by us. And you got people stealing shit, and then they go commit crimes or whatever the hell they do. They just beat the bricks off of these things on the streets, and that's it. You know, whatever happens to them happens to them. They usually get impounded, recovered, offered back to the original rightful owner. But I mean, if I owned this quad and I got a call from the police 2-3 years later, and then they sent me pictures of it like this, I wouldn't want this thing back either. So anyway, let me rinse this LA's totally awesome degreaser off of it. However clean it is however clean it's going to get. I don't think it's going to get any better without like serious scrubbing. I don't scrub them, guys. I just soak them down a few times and power wash them. Whatever it is whatever it is after that. No need for extra labor. Nobody's going to pay me to polish parts that I'm going to sell as used parts. So yeah, let me rinse this off. We'll pull it back over here in the driveway and let's make fun of this thing a little bit and see what we got. And then we'll go on the internet and price out a few things and get an estimate of what type of return we might be looking at in the long run. Let's get a look at this thing. Yes, it's still wet, so don't be fooled thinking it's this shiny. All right, so let's start with the underneath. So you guys can see we have bent frameage. You can see right here where the right side A-arm, something must have hit this wheel, probably a parked car or something being ridden on the street, and it pushed the frame this way, just this section here. If you guys look at the upper A-arm frame tubes, you can see how they're straight, and then these are on an angle a little bit. So no big deal, because parting it out, guys, even though I have the release paperwork and I got it notarized, because if you're gonna buy something like this, cover your bases, man. Go get something notarized that you purchase it from somebody. You know what I mean? Cover your ass with this stuff, guys. You know, I had a mistake like 2 years ago with something that we didn't know was stolen, and it turned out to be. I even had paperwork that turned out to be fake, and it was a big hassle. You know, bunch of bullshit. But and I'm not a fan of cops anyway. Unless you're a subscriber of my channel, you're cool. Any other ones, not a fan. No disrespect. But anyway, got people going out riding. Little Mojave or Lakota looked like, and a Polaris. Anyway, back to what we're talking about here, guys. There's always quads going by around here. A lot of people ride in my neighborhood. All right, so what else we got here? We have ITP front wheels. We have OEM rear wheels. Tires, I mean, the fronts are shot, the rears are, you know, not my choice when it comes to tires, but these, they're not going to be worth shipping. Like, the shipping cost will not make sense for somebody to buy these used wheels and tires. So I'll usually just sell these locally, guys. Take off wheels and tires, depending on what they are. If they're like, you know, gold Banshee wheels or gold Honda wheels from the 80s or early 90s and all that stuff, like those obviously command a premium. They're worth selling online, but these, you know, 150 bucks locally. Somebody will buy them just to have some rollers or some decent rear tires, or even for the ITP, excuse me, front wheels, but they're all dinged up and stuff, so they really don't have any value. I found, like I said, where it's cracked. You guys can see all that RTV in there. That's not grease that I missed cleaning the quad. It's definitely broken all around the shift shaft there, so that's all, you know, boogered up. So being the quad still runs and does go through the gears, you know, you could just get a left case half and fix this and have a good engine, but we're not going to do that, guys. These quads here, at least in Jersey, and if you have an LTZ or a KFX, this is no disrespect to you, but these quads don't really command that much money. You know, I'm sure it's a good quad. I know they're pretty quick. You know, it's a liquid cooled 400cc dual overhead cam, so it does have some good flow. But you know, they're like $2 around here in really good shape. I would buy one perfectly running and part it out, just because the parts value is so much higher than what the whole quad is worth. Let's see, what else do we have here? Plastics are shot, guys. That's another thing. Too much money to ship. So those will go in the trash, honestly. Maybe I'll do like a part out ad on Marketplace locally and just do like a parts lot, like, you know, wheels, tires, plastics. The seat, maybe. The seat's kind of whooped, so I wouldn't even bother putting that online. But it's got an aftermarket grab bar. I did find out that it has an aftermarket exhaust. It's all spray painted over though. But I did find a, where the hell is it? There is a big gun over rev box, so I'm assuming the exhaust is a big gun as well. Good thing here is we got the OEM carb. That's worth a couple bucks. This is popping off the boot. So let me lay this quad back down, real ginger like, you know. Just go ahead, you know, we don't want to damage anything here, so yeah, that's cool. All right, let's take a look at it from this angle now. Not really not really much to say, guys. Yeah, I mean, you could clean these plastics up, but if you get a good look at them, they're all dried out and stress cracked and everything, so they're really not worth shit, man. Basically, what are we gonna have here when we got this thing? Radiator, fan, wire harness. I guess either somebody bought a replacement Suzuki key, or whoever originally thieved this quad from somebody back in the day left their key in it. Don't leave your keys in your shit, guys. Not a good idea. I mean, I know you can get, you know, factory replacement keys, so that's probably what that is. Taillight's in good shape. The swing arm's in good shape. The shocks are all spray painted. Go right in the trash. Axle is straight. We got the hubs. We got the brake assemblies, front and rear. What else we got? The heel guards. The factory heel guards are actually worth a couple dollars from these quads. What else? Headlight assembly. That's worth a few bucks. The cylinder with a matching piston, if the tolerance is decent, is worth a few bucks. The head is worth some really good money. I could either obviously sell all the covers individually off the engine. The transmission is still good, so we got a good trans. It just needs a left side case half, so either rip that apart or just take the damaged case half off and sell it on eBay with all the gears and everything still in place, or with both case halves on it. This way whoever buys it can disassemble it and know that they have everything they need and see how it comes apart, which is probably what I'll do. We got the factory radiator shrouds, steering stem. Don't know if that's bent. Probably, more than likely. With the frame bent down at the lower A-arm, I will not sell the A-arms because I can't guarantee that they're straight. We got front hub assemblies, foot pegs. That's pretty much it, man. So let's go ahead and jump over to I'll pull a laptop out here in the garage, since it's a GarageMC, not my bedroom MC. And, son of a bitch. Figures, man. Sounds like I'm in Mike Sabo's garage. Air compressor kicking on. Jesus. Yeah, I'll pull the laptop out without the air compressor kicking on. And let's just price out a few of these parts. We'll see what we're looking at, and then I'll tell you guys what I paid for this and peace you out. Check, guys, real quick before we get into pricing out some of these parts. We're not going to price them all out. We're just going to get a ballpark. But before we do that, go ahead and stop. Hit that thumbs up button. And definitely do not forget to subscribe and turn your notifications on. Yes, Justin Carl Films, that was for you. I know you guys, I know you like that. You thought that was funny. My Wi-Fi is a little screwy, so we're going to have to use my phone to look up some of these prices. Alright, so here we are. We're in eBay. So normally what I'll do, guys, to get a, you know, just an idea of what kind of money we're looking at, I'll hit the search bar and I'll type in, you know, LTZ 400 or KFX 400. So we'll put exactly what it is, LTZ 400. And then after that, I'll put pre-owned. And this usually gives you, I don't know if you guys can see that. That's all I typed in. So we'll go ahead and hit search, and we'll see what pops up. Pre-owned is obviously going to pull up all parts that are used or pre-owned. So, all right, I got a little pen with a piece of paper down here. So right off the bat, we got the factory heel guards with the foot pegs, 115 bucks. So I'm not going to individually label all these guys. I'll just write, you know, I'll just write the total down for each part that we just look at here. We have the oil tank right here, pre-owned, with the lines, 120 bucks. All right, next thing we got, starter gear or idle gear limiter, $140. All right, that's some good money for that. I can tell you already, guys, I'm already in profit. We didn't even scroll down yet. All right, 03 to 08 wire harness, 250 bucks, and that is not with the CDI or any of that stuff. So 250 for the wire harness. We got a used Yosh, that's not what's on there. Okay, so if I wanted to fix this one, look, used cases, 200 bucks. So, you know, if we take the gears out of the trans, we can go ahead and call that $100, right? Let's just remember that we wrote that down so we don't list it twice. Nerf bars we don't have. Cylinder, 35 bucks. I'm not even going to bother writing that down. A whole complete engine is $2,300. Another oil tank for 65. Airbox, 75 bucks. Let's write that one down. See what else we got here. Here's a pre-owned cylinder and piston. That's up for bid though, so $40 isn't the price. Here is a cylinder head, 180 bucks. I seen them for a lot more than that, but this one doesn't look like it really comes with much, and it's all disassembled, so who knows what you're getting there. There's the idler gear again for $130. Primary drive spacer, 20 bucks. OEM carburetor, 190 bucks. And yes, I'm just rounding these numbers off, guys. This is just to get you a ballpark. Stock cam, 50 bucks. Starter, I've seen them for a lot more than that, but okay, 25 bucks. Factory shocks. Ours are all spray painted, so I'm not even going to bother selling those, nor am I going to take the time to clean them just to get 50 bucks for them. Oil lines, we already priced that out with the tank. No. Radiator, just the radiator's 40 bucks. Here is more like it. This is a little out of, out of this friggin' universe here on that price, but $850 for a complete top end with the cams. Forget there's 2 cams in there. So we'll go ahead and call our cylinder head 600 bucks. We'll just call it that. And we'll have to take off that 50 we just added for the cam that we found. So 600 bucks for the head. There's 100 bucks for one cam. Headlight assembly, 60 bucks. Sorry guys, bear with me. I'm like holding my phone, filming, and writing numbers down at the same time. Another starter. Here's a rad with the fan and everything for 140. We already wrote down the fan for 45. Dynatech CDI box, 250. I don't know if that's comparable with that big gun rev box we have, but let's just write 100 bucks down for the rev box. Let's see what else we got here. I know we're forgetting some big key money makers. Where are they at? Alright, well, covers, 60 bucks each figure. Oh, the whole clutch assembly, 90 bucks. So 120, 90, we'll call it 310. Or yeah, 210 for all that, the starter and the covers and the clutch assembly. Alright, I think that's just enough numbers for now. And this is leaving out a whole bunch of extra stuff too, guys. There's a bunch of other things on that whole quad that are worth money. Like somebody will even pay $50 just for when you tear a quad down, you throw all the hardware in a box. Somebody will pay 50, 60 bucks just for the used hardware. I usually keep all the used hardware from everything. I have a huge nut and bolt collection. Here we go. Transmission, just the gears, 150. Right side case, that's not what we need. Pivot bolt, 45 bucks used. OEM header, 80 bucks. Like, I didn't even write that stuff down. Let's see what else we got here. Counterbalancer, 20 bucks. I think that's enough numbers for now. So let's add this up real quick, guys. Alright, so just doing some crazy gorilla math real quick. 115, 120, that's 235, 275, 375, 575, 625, 725, 800, 990, 1590, 600 for the top end, 1590, 1615, 1655, Jesus Christ, 17, 15, 18, 15, 19, 15, 20, $2,035. Just adding up those couple parts that we just breezed through and found out, what prices are at. And we can undercut these prices just to move this stuff quick, but not by much. You don't want to piss off your competition, guys. A lot of people do this to put food on their table and stuff like that with a business that has overhead and everything. I'm just doing it to buy more quad parts because I'm crazy like that. So, just those few things, guys. Over $2,000. So, what did I pay for this quad? Which is probably one of the questions you're asking yourself. The other one is probably, Matt, what the fuck were you thinking? Which I'm still asking myself anyway. But, another thing to note, guys, this isn't easy to do, man. And it's not an overnight thing. There's a lot of legwork. You got to tear everything down, clean it up, box it up, inventory it, do the ads, do the listings. Wait to get paid when it sells on eBay. Then you got to go ship it out or have something set up where if you're doing enough shipping, it gets picked up at your house. But I know you guys want to know what I paid for this, right? So what I paid for this quad, $300, guys. I got this for 300 bucks. Didn't even look at the quad. I just knew that it was an LTZ 400. And, after having the paperwork that clears me of anything, which is very important. Very important. Don't be that guy that's out there stealing shit and selling parts, all right? Don't do that shit, man. I'm a big believer in karma. Believe me, I've been through some shit in my life, and when you do the right thing, good shit happens. You know, maybe it's just a mindset. I don't know. If you think that's bullshit, you're probably just like me a few years ago when I thought when somebody said that it was bullshit too. But yeah, man, 300 bucks. So it is what it is. You know, we'll tear this thing down. I'll do a part 2 to this, or maybe I'll just give you guys an update like in a later video on where we stand with this. If you guys are interested to see a video of me tearing this down and how I inventory everything and box it up and all that stuff, drop a comment, man. I read and answer every single one of my comments. I don't just hit you with a thumbs up. If you don't know that, you take the time to comment. I take the time to read and answer it. So thank you guys for checking out this quick little video on, you know, what I do on the side. And I'll see you guys in the garage next time. Bunch of parts came in for the 330R that we just got. There's parts everywhere. I know we still have to get the 465 done. If you're new to the channel, you know, I'm not going to explain it to you in this video because we've been doing a lot of talking in this video because that's all it was. But yeah, check out the older videos, guys. I know. I want to get it done too. My shocks should be here in another 10 days or so. So once those come in, we're pretty much there. I'm going to put the exhaust on and I can start this thing, guys. So, like I said, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the garage next time. Peace!